try!
It seems like a great season for the Wallabies. So what area do you think the team has changed or improved? And in what area would you like to improve through this campaign in November?
Your chance.
Oh, I think the goal of the team over a number of years that we've been involved is trying to find that consistency in our performance, and that comes both sides of the ball from an attacking perspective, but also defensively. So, really searching for that consistency is the goal, and I think the belief in what we're trying to do is slowly coming, and the players are delivering that on the field. So that's pleasing, but there's still plenty of work to go in terms of our consistency. So that's been the main focus.
私が思うにやっぱり今あるチームっていうのは何ですか活性というのかなとも突き詰めていきたいと思います。
I think just to add to that, how many new caps have we had since the World Cup? 24?
24.
Yeah, so 24 new caps since the World Cup, and I think the 2015 World Cup was very good for us. We probably exceeded expectation. And then we've had a lot of changes since then, and the group of players that we have together now are a very special group of players who are, like Nathan said, starting to buy in and believe in what we're doing and become a really good team.
去年のワールドカップ我々も非常に良かった結果を出せた大会だったんですが、そこから顔ぶれがだいぶ変わりましたので、もう一度チームに一緒になってどうしていかれますかという質問です。
Yeah, there's no doubt Israel is a once-in-a-generation type player. He's got a very special skill set with the ability to make things happen on the field. But in saying that, he's done a tremendous job over the last couple of years trying to buy into what the team is doing, understand what the team is doing and be a part of the team. So I think it's good to have those world-class players, but if they're lone wolves, if they don't actually buy into the team, they're no good to you. But Israel's quite the opposite of that, which is really pleasing. For this tour, yeah, the challenge is now to try and find a combination in that back three that is going to be successful. And we've got a number of guys putting their hand up, and we'll make an announcement tomorrow as to who gets the first opportunity there. Yes, nothing set in stone at this stage. So the three guys kind of vying for the position at the moment with experience in that position: Reece Hodge, Carmichael Hunt, and Kurtley Beale. And yeah, we should get a better indication tomorrow as to which way we're going to go this weekend.
はい、今の時点では私も何ともまだ言えない状況なんですけれども、カトリー・ビール選手、リース・ホージのシートをお思いになりますかという質問です。
Yeah, it's invaluable to get to a venue before the World Cup. I think knowing that the World Cup final is going to be played at the stadium that we play at on Saturday night is also a bonus for us. And if we possibly have a game here next year, then that'll be another opportunity for us to spend a bit of time here and get to know the layout, and I think that'll bode well for the World Cup in 2 years' time.
Oh, I think from an attacking perspective, they've got a number of threats across the park. You got Murphy at 8, who, not only last week was named the Australian Super Rugby Player of the Year. So that's a pretty high award to win. So he's obviously a really big threat, and obviously their whole back row are very effective in terms of being able to ball play, but also carry the ball very well. And Matsushima at that fullback or wing, and sometimes jumping in at 13. He's another player who creates a lot of opportunities for them, who we'll certainly have to be aware of. Yeah, you're always looking to change things slightly, but overall the consistency of delivering how we want to defend as a team is something that the players are very diligent with, and it's a constant work on as a team to be able to deliver that consistency. So in terms of major changes, there's not major changes with the way that you want to do things, but you look to tweak things here and there, little subtleties depending on what threats the opposition pose. So. And as I said before, there's a lot of threats around the Japanese side, so we'll have to make sure that we're at our best to be able to stop those.
yeah, last week was an opportunity for us to rest some guys against the Barbarians. As you saw, a number of players had an opportunity to play who haven't played much this year for the Wallabies, and more of our regular players had a rest last week, and we'll be looking to bring them back into the fold as soon as possible. So this is a 4-game tour for us, and we know how dangerous Japan are at home. So we're putting everything into this first Test match to see how we start the campaign.
The level of pride doesn't change at all, regardless of what happens in terms of the score. It's the consistency of the performance, which is what we sort of gauge ourselves on. So, in terms of core defensive system, things haven't really changed that much. It's just a matter of as a collective, the guys have been doing things better. So it's a really important note. Very proud of the performance that the guys put in terms of their effort and their preparation every week, and the result is an accumulation of all those little things that the guys do well for a long period of time. And with Marika, he's really keen to learn, and he's working with guys on the field and off the field and doing a really good job. Tavita's doing an excellent job in terms of helping him. Henry Spate, those guys have been very good with helping Marika adjust and be really comfortable out there on the field, and allowing him to do what he does both sides of the ball. So yeah, it's been pleasing, and again, new guys coming in and more younger guys coming in, it's a good opportunity for them to learn off those older guys and deliver their best in the system that we want to do.
It's up to you, mate.
Yeah, I think in all sporting teams you've got players who are animated and provide a lot of spark in the group. I think Samu Karevi thinks he's the best DJ. Who else? Keps thinks he's a pretty good dancer.
Luke Hahn thinks he's a rapper.
Yeah, Luke Hahn too. He thinks he's a bit of a rapper. So it's really interesting, and we really encourage those guys to bring their personalities out and enjoy the time together as a group, because we do spend a lot of time together. So you want them to be serious about their rugby, but also be really comfortable to express themselves and have fun as a team, and yeah, the guys certainly do that.
I guess at the moment I'm focused more on the 9 and 10 combination, so depending on who they go at 10, but Tamura and Tanaka are a pretty formidable outfit, and have played some consistent rugby this year. As for the other guys, I think I was struggling to get the names of my players in Rico, let alone the players from the national team. But I know, like I said before, I think this is a relatively young combination that they've got out on the paddock, and Nathan said it before, there's threats across the park. I think particularly their back three, and if you look at Yamada and Fukuoka and Noguchi-san, I think very dangerous counter-attacking, and that's probably where the majority of their points are coming from, and certainly their most dangerous 3 players on the field outside of their forward pack.